Now, Donald Trump has voiced confidence that the United States may soon finalize an agreement with Iran that is aimed at preventing Tehran from developing a nuclear weapon, as the Americans keep alleging. This just hours after saying that he had postponed yet another planned military attack to allow negotiations to continue. Listen in.
I've put it off for a little while, hopefully maybe forever, but possibly for a little while, because we've had very big discussions with Iran, and we'll see what they amount to. I was asked by Saudi Arabia, Qatar, UAE, and some others if we could put it off for 2 or 3 days, a short period of time, because they think that they are getting very close to making a deal.
But Trump has said that he's in fact instructed the US military to be prepared to go forward with a full large-scale assault of Iran in a moment's notice in the event that an acceptable deal is not reached.
Periods of time where we thought pretty much getting close to making a deal, and it didn't work out, but this is a little bit different. Now, we're ready going tomorrow, very big, and not something I wanted to do, but we have no choice because we cannot let Iran have a nuclear weapon. Yeah.
While Iranian Foreign Ministry has confirmed talks with the US through mediator Pakistan, President Masoud Pezeshkian has said that dialogue does not mean surrender and that Tehran will defend its dignity and rights. And according to Iran's Tasnim news agency, Tehran's demands include an immediate end to the war on all fronts, a reference to the continued Israeli attacks against the Iran-backed Hezbollah in Lebanon. Now, guarantees of no further attacks on Iran are a demand for compensation for war damage. They've also reportedly included a halt to US naval blockade of Iranian ports and an emphasis on Iranian sovereignty over the Strait of Hormuz. Now, according to Iran's Fars news agency, Washington has presented 5 conditions in response to Tehran's proposal on Sunday. The reported demands include limiting Iran to a single operational nuclear facility and then transferring its stockpile of highly enriched uranium to the United States. The report has also claimed that the US officials had refused to release even 25% of Iran's frozen assets or to provide any reparations. But they've agreed to ease the oil sanctions while negotiations are underway. And we earlier spoke with some of the experts as to what they think could actually play out in the negotiations from here on. Listen in to what was said.
Now the closure of Strait of Hormuz make a problem for the energy, international energy, and for the Gulf countries who are close allied to the United States. So that's become a problem for Trump in the region, and he's trying to solve the problem in every possible way. And he didn't abandon the Iranian nuclear program, but he trying to shift the issues how to deal with that. First, he want to have, he think that through a peace deal he can reach that. But I don't think the Iranian will, they are maneuvering and they are playing with the time, and they understand the weak point of the Americans there. So they will keep maneuvering, and at the end they will not abandon the nuclear program as the Americans want. But for Israel, it's a real problem. They didn't accomplish that job. And for the Americans, they trying to use different ways, and we are watching, and the whole region is watching cautiously what's going to happen.
Nuclear dust is not the right expression to describe it. It's really enriched uranium. It's in a gases. It's in a gas form, and he has been saying that it must be transferred out of Iran. Now he makes another statement saying, well, this may not, this would perhaps be overlooked, and the United States may change its demand regarding that. Difficult to know just now. It's very difficult to predict what President Trump does. Since this war started, he has been making contradictory statements, and this is something that is actually confusing the Iranians. They actually they find it difficult to pin down exactly what is it that he wants. Some people believe that this is a negotiation strategy to keep the other side off balance. What happens to the 60% enriched uranium may be one of them, but it's too early to say. And I advise your viewers not to jump into conclusions at the moment based on statements made by President Trump.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.